Hey guys, Daryl Shergan, Quest for Vape here, doing a review for this beauty right now today. And I'm also going to review a juice line. First, let me vape. This is a triple 26650 box mod, unregulated with a MOSFET. It's from Subbox Sins. He's known on Instagram as a sticker junkie. He custom makes this box. Look at this. Triple 26650. Oh, let me show you what I'm using for batteries. I mean, I love this thing. I saw this guy's work in May, a couple of months ago, in Hamburg, Pennsylvania. Guy had the Jägermeister box. I said, man, how much you want to sell that to me right now for cash? And he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. So I got in touch with this guy, Subbox Sins. And very affordable for the value. I bought this. I did not get this for free for review, but I'm reviewing it because it's badass. Look at this. So when I contacted him, he told me what they cost, and I saved my budget. Look at that. And when I was ready, he said, "Oh man, all I have is a black Hammond and a purple Hammond. Just wait a little while, tell me what color you want." I said, wait a second, I think we could do something with purple. I haven't seen anybody rocking a purple box mod. So we chatted a little bit, came up with the villain theme, and I told him, think comic book, DC, Marvel, and think villain, because a lot of villains have the purple and green. He came up with the Joker. Look at that artwork. I don't know if he designed that or if he just made the stickers, but basically this is his concept over here. It's a triple 26650 parallel box, all right, which means it doesn't add the voltage from each battery. That would be 12.6 volts. That would be way too much to vape on. Well, you could, but you'd have to build up around 1.2, 1.4 ohms at least. But this, what it does is it divides the power in the amp draw, and it equally takes from each battery, ideally. Never going to be equal, it's never going to be ideal, but theoretically, whatever the draw is that this build is pulling on for resistance, it's going to draw 33 1/3% power from this battery, 33 1/3% from this battery, 33 1/3% from this battery. I happen to be rocking it on the Mutation version 3 26650 size with a very interesting staggered clapping coil from Robert Mason on Google+, and that's producing a tremendous amount of surface area flavor. The vapor's great. I'm really enjoying that. Thank you, Robert Mason. He sent me that. I'll tell you how I got that in a second, but it's an incredibly flavorful vape. So yeah, you can build low with parallel. You can build very low safely sub-ohm, because, and again, I got big batteries that can handle high amp draw, and I'm dividing the load so that each one of them is working theoretically equally. Let me put some juice in this thing and show you something else that's pretty cool about this box. So I'm a box mod guy, I'm a regulated mod guy, I'm an unregulated guy for vaping. I like dripping most of all, and some sub-ohm tanks. I just filled that juice well pretty damn full with almost a dropper full of juice. That's why I like this RDA. You could take out one battery, still fires up. You could take out two batteries, still fires up. The only difference for parallel is you're adding milliamp hour and you're dividing the load. Okay, so my amp draw, I don't know how to do the math on that. All I know is if I have one battery, it's all on that one battery. If I have two batteries in parallel, it divides it between the two. So, unlike with series, it adds them both together and combines the power at the same discharge rate. So for example, on my series box from Smokestack Mods, excuse me, that'll take 4.2 volts plus 4.2 volts from an 18650 in dual in series, and it adds them two together to 8.4 in theory. I've had these going since last night. Each one is probably reading about 3.9. Another thing, you can take the batteries out and kind of rotate them halfway through the usage, because this one's not going to drain equally as this one is this one. They're all going to drain slightly different in any box, even if using an IPV. Or, well, that seems to be all. I have the evolution of IPVs over here. The IPv3, the IPv3Li, the IPv4 S upgraded 120 watt. That's what I'm doing there. So I'm getting ready to do a big box mod, unregulated box mod video next couple of days. All right, I also wanted to talk about juice. That staggered Clapton coil, that beautiful staggered Clapton coil, which was designed by Robert Mason. I don't know how anybody could make something that intricate. I think there's 50 gauge wire in the outer staggered wrap. It's like the size of a hair. This juice is called Sub-Ohm sauce. This is a peaches and cream. I also have cinnamon bun, and I also have a very yummy vanilla custard. And these were sent to me by the Vaping Salvation. I know her from Google Plus, and I've seen some very altruistic, pay it forward type stuff being done. And I started talking with the Vaping Salvation. It's just Vaping Salvation, no the in front of it. And she sent me out a couple of juice flavors. They are made in a laboratory. They do have batch numbers. They do have child-proof caps. They do have all the warnings that you would want. And look at that really cool label. It's very sci-fi. Very cool. I love it. Sub-Ohm sauce. I love this. This is a nice peach and cream. It's not too heavy on the peach flavor, which can be kind of citrusy, kind of tart. It's just nice and smooth, and the cream is well balanced. I've been vaping that since I got it. This is a really nice cinnamon bun. It's self-explanatory. It's spot-on cinnamon bun, and I'm a custard guy. I love custards. This is a great vanilla custard, and then she included a coil from Robert Mason. So thank you very much, Robert Mason. I'm gonna vape on this again. Sub-Ohm Sins box, mutation version 3, big size, 26650 sized. Oh, EFES batteries, the 4200 green ones, obviously. Not only for the color theme, I've been using a set of those since like December, and on another mech mod of mine. And I recently picked up 6 of these at the New Jersey show. So I have 2 sets of married batteries just for this box. Just because I plan on using it in the rotation every day. I love this box. Been rocking it since last night. There's milliamp hours on each battery added together. I'm probably going to be able to get a couple of days of vaping off of just one charge on batteries. Really nice. And that one coil ohms out to about 0.22, I believe. Just an incredibly intense, rich, flavorful vape. This puts out as much power as your build will allow. I've put a 0.15. Here, I put this build on there. This is dual 6-wrap square wire. It's 316 stainless square wire. Now this build is a 0.15, I believe. I'll tell you in a second. Just says 0.1 on my IPV, but I know for a fact because I checked it on the ohm reader. It's 0.15. It's a very low resistance wire. Ohms out low. So I almost feel like, you know, I'm not fighting with trying to pull power out of one battery. I've got 3 batteries supplying me as much power as I need, as much power as the build will allow. That being the case, I can put any low build I want on here. And it doesn't have a problem powering amp draw into a lot of metal. So I'll show you another build I have right over here in a second. These are kind of cool. These little testers that she sent me, no child would be able to squeeze a drop out. Now they're not child proof, but I don't keep stuff around where my kids can get at it, and they know not to touch daddy's vaping stuff anyway. But you really have to squeeze very hard to get a drop out of those, which is good. It's fine. So that's a lower. First of all, it's less metal. It's very simple, less amp draw, but it is a very low. It's a lower resistance build, and this thing's pushing plenty of power into it with those 3 batteries. If I put that build on my series box, it would give me fireball hits, because that's not how you vape on a series box, but that's perfect for a parallel box. So as a conclusion to my dangers of sub-ohm vaping video, where I talk about different high-powered boxes, if you must vape below 0.1, do it on a parallel box with a couple of batteries, where you're dividing the load amongst these batteries so that each one of them isn't taking all of the amp load. Pretty intense right there, but flavorful, and it's not as hot as you would imagine. You see in that big box, expecting me to have like some kind of near-death experience. Not going to happen. This is the right build. This is the perfect build for this box. This is the perfect box for that build. These batteries can handle that all day long. All day long they can handle that load. Single 18650 mech mod. I was rocking the same RDA on my, there it is, my Sub-Zero mod. Gets hot as hell from that build. The battery gets hot as hell. So I chain hit it 3 or 4 times. This thing gets so scorching hot. I almost am very concerned about the battery I'm using. Fortunately, I've got good batteries. I've got Samsungs, I've got authentic Sonys, I've got some Imren batteries that I'm testing out right now that have been performing just fine. Just fine. But you know, who's going to work harder? This mod or this mod to power the same build? This guy's working, he's got 3 draft horses, Clydesdales, those big Budweiser horses. This guy's got a racehorse. This will win a cloud competition. This is not allowed in a cloud competition. Why? Because if you really wanted to rock this with a 0.06, 0.07 build, you could safely without blowing up batteries. I think I am going to build a low sub-ohm and put it on this box and test that out and see how that vapes. But I didn't want to do it for this video. Quest for Vape, thank you very much for watching, subscribing to my channel. Thank you very much for participating in this quest and helping me to refine the art of vaping and explore the different, the different ranges from temperature control in sub-tanks and nickel, titanium soon. Now I have a bunch of temperature control boxes to regulated boxes, just straight up power wattage, to various different interesting, unique new juice companies coming out and the quality there, and then all kinds of different RDAs that I love to explore and build on and vape on, and then of course my love, the big powerful giants. This is an awesome box. Thanks for watching.